one of the important things when you are discussing your differences is the context of the conversation. If you want a productive, solution-oriented, education-based conversation, then if you accuse your opponent of being ignorant or compare them to something very terrible like the Nazis simply because they disagree with your ideology or your opinion, then you are not going to have a productive, solution, education-based conversation. That being said, if anyone is not a complete socialist, a complete social justice warrior, a complete Marxist, then you are the enemy of the other side. Drew Brees simply made a statement: I support the American flag because both of my grandfathers fought the Nazis. Backlash had apologized. People are saying he should never play in the NFL again. There is no compromise. There is no capitulation. There is no compromise with these people. But if they want to compare us to the Nazis while they are out there destroying historical monuments, banning free speech on their websites, then they must take in a few considerations. If you look at the Islamic militants in Iraq and Syria, they attacked archaeological sites with bulldozers and explosives. They even destroyed the ancient temple of Baal Hashem and another temple dedicated to the ancient god Baal. Now, I'm a Christian. I'm from the West. I do not support these gods. But I am a student of history. As a student of history, I like those sites to be preserved, to be taken care of, to be cherished, so that we can look at them, educate ourselves, and come to our own conclusions based on what we see. I look at it as the same way with the Confederate monuments. I don't support the Confederacy. I'm glad America is one union. But at the same time, it's not our job to destroy history or to try to erase it. History happened. History took place. It is our job to look at it, to understand it, to educate ourselves on it, and accept it for what it was. Speaking of free speech, you look at Twitter, you look at Facebook, you look at YouTube. They are famous for censoring, banning, shadow banning free speech. Well, you know who did that? The Nazis. They had their book burnings in the 1930s. It was the student union. And the books that they burned were targeted as being subversive or representing ideologies opposed to the Nazis. So YouTube and their bitch CEO, Susan whatever her name is, ban anybody who has speech that is not the same as their ideology. Furthermore, when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, they had large-scale looting. And that looting occurred in various archaeological sites. One of the most famous was Hada, which was an ancient site of a Buddhist complex. It dates all the way back to the 2nd century AD. So these dumbasses that want to compare us to the Nazis, the Islamicists, and the Soviet Union are the ones doing things that are more similar to the Nazis, Islamicists, and Soviet Union.